family, peace. Okay, so today we are going to be doing a cleaning video. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the products that I use. The products that I am using. I love these products. Okay, Method. Okay, so I'm using this. Okay, the bathroom cleaner. The bathroom cleaner I use pretty much in the same, even in the kitchen. Okay, and then the all-purpose cleaner. This video, honey, is not sponsored yet. Okay, all right. And so this is like pretty much what I will be using, and then the spray for the windows, I will be using this. Peace family. So cleaning for me, it could be therapeutic. Okay, I told you guys that I got my cleanliness from my aunt and my mother, and when I was in this program named St. Joseph's, it was for me to get Section 8, and you stay in a program about 16 to 18 months, and the reason why I was there was because I didn't have anywhere to go. Okay, I was basically homeless with my children. I never experienced, like, you know, being out on the streets or anything like that, because I always had somewhere to sleep, but I really didn't have nowhere, like no steady place, you know, to go. So I went to St. Joseph's, and at St. Joseph's, they pretty much, it put you in the mind of a dorm, right? Like a college campus, and there's other women that have children living there as well, and it was 5 floors, okay? And I lived on the 2nd floor, and it was so, you know, weird, because I'm thinking about when I lived on the 2nd floor, the room that, you know, me and my children occupied, it was like across outside of my window. I don't know why I thought about that, but yeah. So anywho, at St. Joseph's, we would take turns cleaning, okay? Like sweeping, mopping. The same night that we had to clean, like, you know, do the sweeping and mopping, we also had to cook. And so on my floor, it was about, I think about 6 women, and, you know, they had their children, you know, staying in the room with them, and we had 2 bathrooms on each floor. Well, on the 2nd floor. I don't really recall the other floors, how many bathrooms there were. So being in St. Joseph's, right, you have chores, honey, and you gotta do the chores, okay? And it was ran by nuns, by sisters. I don't know what it is with me and the nuns, okay? Because I told you guys that when I was in elementary school, I went to a Catholic school, and the Catholic schools, of course, it was ran by nuns, okay? And that was another way that cleanliness was installed in me, right? So it was, you know, from my mother, my aunt, and then when I went to St. Joseph's, honey, I was already, by that time, I was already cleaned, okay? But yeah, so that's what we pretty much had to do, and it was always cleaned in there. We had a washer and dryer. In fact, living in St. Joseph's, I was kind of spoiled, because if you need to do your laundry, honey, you ain't need to go outside. It was a washer and dryer on each floor, okay? And yeah, so that was an amazing experience for me. That program, it did a lot for me and my 2 oldest children. So right here, I'm just finishing up with the table. We're about to make smoothies. Here, Amani is pouring all the blueberries inside the blender. And then here's Javon pouring the almond milk. And my children, they did not feel well. Their father had brought them back, which it was their day to come back to me. because today is Monday and they didn't feel well, so they didn't go to school. But I don't know, because when they came back home, and they seemed kind of energetic to me. So I don't know if they was joking or not. No, but they really didn't feel. Yeah, so they didn't feel well. But in the meantime, in between time, on the prime time, on the dime, okay, we are here making a good old smoothie, okay, using some blueberries and some bananas and some almond milk, and I have a secret ingredient, honey, that I normally use in my smoothies, but only during this time of year, okay, because this ingredient, it only comes around during the holiday season, okay, and it is the holiday nog, okay, with almond milk. So right here, I'm pouring it just to make it like a little sweeter so the kids could enjoy it. I love the fact that my children, they love making smoothies. And I said this in a previous video of mine. When it came down to when I would cook like meat, my children, they wouldn't ask like, oh, could I help out? Could I cook with you? But when it's like natural stuff, like making smoothies, cooking plant-based meals, they ask like if they can help out with me. So I don't know if it have something to do with the energy or what, but yeah. So right here, I am cleaning the dishes. It was a few dishes in this sink. I am a person that do not like leaving the house with dishes in the sink, okay? I like for my apartment to be clean, all right? And I remember when I had my spiritual awakening and I became like more aware of, the things that I would do. I remember it was one point of time, because we do a lot of the things that we tend to do is based upon childhood, right? When I was a kid, I would hear, I am so lazy, right? Like people would say, like my mama, she would say, you so lazy. Or she would say I was slack, right? And so I think as an adult, besides being installed in me like cleanliness, I pretty much always, before it used to be crazy, I always had to do stuff around the house. Even when my friends would come over, like I would be cleaning, like in the midst of our conversation, like I would just be cleaning, picking up the broom, honey, sweeping, then mopping, because it was like a form of me always having to clean and do stuff, like just finding stuff around the house to do. But I remember one day I was listening to Zig Ziglar, and he was talking about self-esteem, and he said, self-esteem, if a wife, she is, always like cleaning, and the husband is smoking, and she's like cleaning the ashes behind the husband while he's smoking and stuff. Zig Ziglar said that was a sign of low self-esteem. I don't know. Well, I kind of do agree with that, because when I would be cleaning like that, honey, my self-esteem was in high shit. Okay, it was fairly low, to say the least. So I think I do agree with that. But that's one of the signs. He said, your self-esteem. If you did things like that was like lack of self-esteem. And if you dressed a certain way, that was another sign of low self-esteem. Like if you go out the house looking all any old type of way, holy shirts, ripped shirts, or whatever it was like that, Zig Ziglar said that was a sign of low self-esteem. Okay, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section. So right here, I'm just going through the papers. In this moment in time, honey, I realized I needed a strata, okay? Because when I check my mail, I would just put the meal on the table, and then the meal accumulate, and this meal up here that is from probably 4 months ago. Okay, so I had to definitely go through this and rip the stuff up, and then, honey, toss it in the garbage. But yeah, so also I remember I was dating. Now, honey, I may be jumping on this video, jumping to different subjects, honey. Try to keep up with me. I was in a relationship with this guy, and I remember when I would go to bed. So I told you guys about St. Joseph's and how every night we would have to, one person on the floor, on each floor, we would rotate and take turns cleaning, mopping, sweeping, and cooking, right? And so when I had got my first apartment, honey, I would do that every night. I would sweep every night, mop every night, and cook every night. Okay? And it was so bad. It was like really, really bad. Honey, I wasn't doing like every other day. I was doing every night. Because I was like, no, this apartment got to be clean. It was my first apartment, honey. I wanted it to be like the Taj Mahal, like some may say, some may have said. Okay? And so that's what I would tend to do. And the guy who I was dating at the time, he would be complaining. He would be saying like, you come into the bed with your hands smelling like bleach and, just complaining, saying like, I smelled like chemicals. And at the time, I would be like, damn, you should be happy I smell like cleaning products. Honey, why should that man have been happy that I smelled like goddamn cleaning products? Honey, if you smelled my hand, you would be coughing. Okay, that's when I used to use the Clorox. I don't use Clorox no more. Nowadays, I use a more a less toxic chemical, and it is from 7th generation. I don't want to say it's toxic, but it don't have that strong odor like Clorox, and it doesn't have all those chemicals in there. And it's a Clorox alternative. That's what I tend to use for my clothes, and I use it around the house. So cleaning out this cabinet, I did not realize I had so many garbanzo beans. It was definitely a lot. So I don't really care for canned goods. I mean, I like doing like the garbanzo beans, like the way you see it, like in a little box, or like the little packets. I get these from Whole Foods, and the reason why I don't like doing cans is because the cans, they have like toxins in them that causes cancer. Okay. So yes, I stay away from canned goods as best as I can. I barely use any canned goods. And some of the stuff that I had in this cabinet, honey, it was so old, some of the stuff, okay? It was the expiration date done came and gone, okay, on some of the stuff that I had up here. And I had a few canned goods. Instead of me throwing them out in the garbage, I said that I could bring the canned goods to my children's school, because every year around the holidays, they they take like donations to give to other families. So yeah, so that's what I said that I would do with the cans. This cabinet, it may have looked like kind of small, but it's deep, and it was like so many things up here that needed to be organized and needed to be fixed. Okay, and so here's the end result, honey. This is what it's looking like. The wild rice, honey, that ain't even rice. So wild rice was on Dr. Sebi's food guide, and that's actually grass. Okay, just, FYI. Right here, I'm cleaning this stove, and we're going to do the same exact process. Get that rag soapy. And honey, just wash it. Wash the stove. Clean the stove. Honey, become one with the soap. Okay? To me, I love when things are really soapy. Okay? Whether it is, me washing dishes and the rag is soapy, or me going to the laundromat and the water is like really, really soapy in the machine. It's just something about the soap. To me, I equate soap with being clean. Okay? Soap, bubbles, clean. Bubbles, clean. That's how I look at things. Okay? Peace, family. Okay, so now that we have cleaned the stove, I am making my children some tea. The herbs I tend to use is catnip and mullein, and elderberry and hibiscus. But I didn't have any hibiscus and elderberry, and all these herbs are great for mucus, okay, and some calendula. But I didn't have no calendula, so this is pretty much what I'm using. Make sure you do your research. Right here, I am cleaning the bathroom. I don't know what was going on with my ring light. Honey, the ring light wasn't lighting, okay? All right. So right here, I am using some laundry detergent in the toilet. Yes, laundry detergent in the toilet. Because I don't use Pond-Sol and bleach and stuff like that. And so if I have laundry detergent on hand, not only am I going to use Method, but I'm also going to go in with the laundry detergent. Honey, I told you guys, I like a lot of bubbles, okay? And I like for the stuff to be shiny, okay? So yeah, this is pretty much what I use. Okay, family, so we are almost done. Well, I am almost done. Okay, so right here, I'm just, honey, trying to take this window out. This spray that I use, like, for glass cleaners, it is so, so good. It doesn't leave any streaks on your windows. And also, it doesn't have any ammonia in here. So that is, like, really, really good. These days, sticking to a more eco-friendly ingredients when it comes to cleaning products. But like I said, I don't know about some of these cleaning products, because it does say, you know, if you get it in your eyes or if your children drink it, honey, cool, poison control. So I don't know. Okay, let me know if you guys would like to see more cleaning videos on my page, and let me know also what are some of your favorite cleaning products. Okay, and with that being said, I love you guys. Make sure you're rocking out. Until the next time, honey. Peace.
Stop fighting with one another. I told you to move from him, Amani. You've been trying to for the longest.